We're back on the Power of Gospel, just having a wonderful conversation with Dr. Donald Hilliard of Cathedral International Church in Perth Amboy, New Jersey. And you said the prompting of the Lord led you to change the name to be more embracing. And which leads me to a question. I know we're in our final thoughts, but it's always just such a pleasure to be able to sit and talk with you one-on-one. I think you give creative insight to just the entire Power of Gospel audience. People are hearing from God, and it goes back to vision as well. They're hearing from God, and sometimes there's uncertainty that they really are hearing from God. And so I know there's no one perfect answer, but how does one know, move forward, this is God speaking? Not to question yourself. Is there that one thing that allows you to say, I know this is God. I have assurance that it is God. I'm going to move forward and do what he said.
I think you need to move forward under an unction, but and the word. But I always, in the mouth of two or three witnesses shall every word be established, and in the multitude of counselors there is safety.
Okay.
So I also have a whole series I just did on 5 things you must do before you make another move. Okay. And one of those things is you must know who your partners are, and your partners should help birth you and not crush you.
Now give me your website, because I know you have the Say Yes series, a book that personally blessed me, and I know I cannot do all of your publications and things of that nature, but In the Grip of His Mercy, the Black Church and Growth, and I think you have something that says Faith in
the Face of Fear.
And that title alone is just very, very powerful. But just speaking to the domestic violence and things of that nature, there are people that really need to hear your ministry, and so I want to make sure that they have that information. And give us the website.
They can reach us also on Facebook.
Okay.
And the website is donaldhilliard.org.
Okay.
Or donaldhilliard.com. I'm also on MySpace, and then our church website is thecathedralinternational.org.
Okay.
And they can read, and they'll link up through all of those different. And then there's visioncastingmentorme.com.
Now, September 19th, you have something that is going on. Is this a part of the vision casting?
This is a vision casting event.
Okay, and so what will be transpiring is for those individuals that know that God has entrusted something to them, they can get the practical
as well as the inspiration, at least step out.
Okay.
And know how to begin to write the vision. It is on September 19th. Early bird registration brings your ticket price to, I don't have it here. While I'm on TV, I cannot find my price. But if you go online,
you'll get the information
at www.visioncastingmentorme, mentor me.com, or by calling 732-225-0900. I will be speaking. Dr. Brother Mark Perry, who is a CPA, has his own business. He's going to talk about how he got that started up off the ground and running. It is September 9th at 8 a.m. There's an early bird breakfast. Sessions begin at 9 and they close at 12. We're going to be talking about finding stability in a changing world, growing in a lean season, and maintaining confidence and expectations in spite of it all. And then there'll be a season of networking. There'll be people like yourself there that just had a hunch and you jumped on the hunch. I remember the interview. We were on
We were in Kiss FM. And
Kiss
Inspirations.
That's when I came out with the book, Faith in the Face of Fear.
Okay.
And I've written 5 books since
then. That's right. And for those of you that don't know, just being a World Trade Center survivor, we were talking about the season and the economy and the climate at that period of time. And so I had an opportunity to share my story. And given now that it's 8 years later, which is absolutely amazing to me, that we're still resilient, but there are so many people who have not been able to pick up the pieces of their lives. And I look at my own life and I look at the fact that I am so not on the track that I would have been on had September 11th not happened. But we all have that catastrophic event in our lives. I mean, you haven't experienced the near-death experience that you had. But there is a plan. There's a plan for your life, and that oftentimes will make you more aware that time is short.
Very much
and
so.
that you need to do what God say do.
And we must do what God says do. And I will just end my comments by saying you weren't dreaming when you dreamed it. So, you're not you're not delusional. even though people may say you're delusional, but if God gave you a vision, begin to write that vision down and begin to make it happen, begin to put the pieces in place, begin to connect, stay with Power of Gospel. There's always powerful things on this program that will help you and help your community. And join us on September 19th at our next Vision Casting Mentor Me workshop. It's going to be tremendous. And we hope that you can come and share, and just people need to see what you've been through, what you've begun. It began as an idea. I remember when this was just an idea, a thought, and here we are now in this. How many years have you been doing this?
Well, almost 8 years.
Yeah.
It's been 8 years. You've been there since the beginning when I first branched out, you know, making the transition from secular to gospel.
And that's
here we are.
Clear. Transitions are part of life, and you got to be willing to turn the corner, to climb the ladder, to move. If actually, that's what that picture right here to my right is about. And that picture is called Divine Gifts.
Amen.
And I talk about that in one of my workshops. But if you notice, it's several different boxes there. And when you were working at the World Trade Center, that may have been you up there in the pink box, okay? But you didn't know that there were several boxes. That, you're a commentator, you're a minister, inspirational speaker, you're a professional woman, entrepreneur. All those boxes are just
unlocked as a result.
See, they're unlocked, and there's stuff in each box. And every one of us comes to the table with different gifts.
Amen.
And regrettably, some people will try to keep us confined
in one small box that was never meant to define who we are as an individual.
One of my members here didn't mean any harm, but said, why can't you just be a pastor? Why do you have to write books and tape series and paint it? Well, I don't know. It just began to evolve. You're visionary. Don't let anyone cut your vision.
Amen.
And stop your song. Keep singing, keep praying, keep trusting, keep moving forward.
Amen. And I think nothing else needs to be said. As always, it is a pleasure and a privilege that you allow us to serve you